Today, the UFC makes its way back to the O2 in London, where in the main event, Leon Rocky Edwards makes the attempt to redeem himself in front of his fans. Or will Sean Brady wrestle his way to a main event win? Also, what about Yanni Blocko, Jan Blachowicz, as he makes his way back into the octagon against Carlos Alberg? And Kevin Holland is back in the octagon against world-class, world-renowned strangler and wrestler and submission artist Gunnar Nelson. All of this and more on today's episode of Matter of Fact MMA. What's up? What's happening? Let's go. What's up, guys? We right back at it. We right back with it. It's your boy, Matt, and we are here to go over the latest offering of the UFC. UFC Fight Night, London. It goes down at the O2 Arena, where in the main event, Leon, he's not going to let them bully him. Rocky Edwards steps in the octagon with Sean Brady. Here's the thing, man. There is definitely a world. There's 2 worlds, 3 worlds, 4 worlds, 5 worlds, multiple worlds where Sean Brady goes out there and wrestles his way to a 4-1 decision over Leon Edwards. There is a world where Leon Edwards might slack on the feet and take him lightly, and Sean Brady knocks him back up against the cage and into nappy noo-noo time. You know what I'm saying? There is definitely a world for all of this, but in my opinion, I think, as I see that Sean Brady is the favorite going into this, that people need to put some respect on former champion Leon Rocky Edwards' name. Straight up. And here's what I'm saying. Sean Brady, of course, as we all know, extremely good wrestler. Extremely strong. The man's upper body is built like he never missed a day of protein or a muscle milk. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if anyone takes him lightly on the feet, if anyone thinks he's slacking on the feet, he will throw hands and he will knock you out straight up. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no thing. But with all of that being said, I feel like people have to put some respect on Rocky's name, because Leon Edwards, he lost to Bilal Muhammad. And granted, a lot of people don't like Bilal Muhammad's style of fighting or his pace of fighting, but the man is world class. At what he does, Bilal Muhammad is world class, and he's the champ. And that's who Leon lost to. And in my opinion, I feel like you have to give a little bit more respect to Leon's ability to be able to overcome wrestlers. You know, if you look back at the third fight between him and Kamaru Usman, you know what I'm saying? Their last encounter. I feel like you have to put some respect on Leon Edwards, just his in-ring pedigree. You know what I'm saying? The man, it's very rare that he truly gets taken advantage of in the wrestling department. He can definitely get out wrestled. I'm not saying that. But Leon definitely has comparable takedown defense, as we've seen in both fights in the Kamaru Usman fights, I should say. In all 3 of them, I should say. But at the same time, it wouldn't shock me if Sean Brady goes out there and gets the win. But I feel like Leon Edwards, he's got something to prove. He's in front of his fans. And he's going to want to show people that you can still believe in me. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to show people that I can still make my way back into a title fight with Bilal Muhammad after he's done fighting, Jack Della, Shavkat next, whoever. Leon Edwards wants to insert himself in that conversation. And I feel like he's going to be game this Saturday. And I feel like he's going to go out there and prove everybody wrong. I don't see him finishing Sean Brady, but I see him winning the fight probably 3-2. You know what I'm saying? I could easily see, I could easily see Sean Brady winning this fight, but I'm going to pick Leon Edwards. But I could definitely see Sean Brady taking 2 rounds to 3, Leon up. So I got Leon Edwards in the main event. Let's move on to the co-main event where Jan Blachowicz, Yanni Blocko, steps back in the octagon against Carlos Ulberg. In this one, man, shout out to Yanni Blocko. I think Jan doesn't get the proper respect on his name either. With that being said, I'm going along with Carlos Ulberg. There is definitely a world where Jan Blachowicz goes out there and takedown after takedown to Carlos Ulberg. There's definitely a world where Jan Blachowicz goes out there and Carlos is not able to quick, fast knock him out. You know what I'm saying? If you look back through Jan's resume, this is not a guy that gets knocked out hardly at all. You know what I'm saying? Hardly at all. You got to go way, way back in his UFC career. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I wouldn't lean into Ulberg finishing him via knockout, and definitely not quickly. But there is a world where training with Israel Adesanya, who did lose to Jan, but has been inside the octagon with him. He's felt the pressure. He's felt the wrestling. And he might be able to shed a little bit of light on the guy because he fought Jan when Jan was more so in his prime. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely a world where Carlos Ulberg, for 3 rounds, can go out there, evade a lot of the shots of Jan, but at the same time get taken down, but stay safe on his back until the end of the round, until it gets restarted, or make his way back to the cage and wall walk his way back to his feet. Now, I think that's going to be a little bit harder just given the size of Jan. I think it's more like Ulberg evades, sticks, moves, catches Jan with quite a few leg kicks, kind of catch him off balance, causing Jan to try to take him down to the ground. And by that point, maybe we're past the 3rd minute, you know what I'm saying? Now maybe we're into the 4th minute of that round. Carlos rides it out on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I could definitely see a world where Carlos is able to outpoint Jan and win in a 3-round decision. But I don't think he finishes Jan. But I think Ulberg will definitely get the win. So I got to go along with Carlos Ulberg on this one. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how it goes. Because I think anytime the UFC invests in a fighter that they don't know if they're going to be a future star, but they're kind of nudging them, you know what I mean? Kind of pushing them in that direction. There's definitely a world where they might have seen a lacking in Jan that a lot of us can't see, and they think Ulberg's going to go out there and do his thing. So I got Carlos Ulberg to get the win. I'm not going to cover every fight on this card, just a couple of fights that I really want to check out. This next one, I don't even really care to see it that much, other than I just think it's funny because I am a Kevin Holland fan, but I just think the jig is up, bro. I think I said in his last fight, I said that I think Kevin Holland has made quite a bit of money in his career, more than he probably ever thought he was going to make, by taking all these short notice fights, re-signing his contracts, staying active, having some fight night bonuses. I think he's made quite a bit of money in his career. And given how he acts in the octagon, how he fights, I don't think he ever thought he was going to make this much money. I'm not saying he's well off, by no means, but you get what I'm saying. I think Kevin Holland likes to stay active. I think he likes to go out there and just roll the dice. He seems to be a pretty chaotic dude, you know what I'm saying, outside of the octagon as well, in a way. So I kind of feel like Kevin Holland is on a fairly good contract with the UFC. He probably makes a fairly decent amount of money just to show, you know what I'm saying, that he can skip out on the win, and he just stays active. And he makes that show money multiple times a year because he stays active. and he's not really too much worried about the win side. And if he goes out there and he starts styling on the opponent, it's looking good, then Kevin Holland will definitely go ahead and try to finish it out and get the win. But if he goes out there and it's not looking good and it's not in his favor, Kevin Holland, in my opinion, I'm not saying he's looking to lose, but I'm saying he kind of leans toward what's the easiest way for me to get out of here. This wasn't my night. With that being said, he's stepping into the octagon with Gunnar Nelson. I know Gunnar Nelson hasn't wrestled. He hasn't fought in a while, but still, he's world class on the ground. He's a world class grappler. You know what I'm saying? He's outstanding at submissions. And all of these, look. Kevin Holland is not going to do well in that realm. You know what I'm saying? The homie's not going to do well in that realm. I got Gunnar Nelson by submission. It is what it is. I'm a Kevin Holland fan, but Kevin, bro, come on, man. Come on, bro. Take some time off to level your skill set up, or come on. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got Gunnar Nelson. Last fight, I'm gonna shed a little bit of light on another fight, and don't get me wrong, there's a lot of bangers on this card. There's a lot of bangers, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of those I just want to sit back and check out. But these are the fights that I really just are gonna entertain me. Nathaniel Wood versus Morgan Shari. I think this fight is going to bang. You got two guys that are comparable on the ground, that are comparable in scrambles, comparable in grappling, but also bang on the feet. Nathaniel Wood ain't no slouch on the feet. He will throw hands, and homie is not worried about getting hit. And Morgan, same thing. He's a little bit more technical on the feet, but he's not scared to bang. He's not scared to throw hands, and I think it's going to be an outstanding fight. So those are some of the fights that I'm really looking forward to on UFC London. A night at the O2, you know what I'm saying? Have yourself a few pints. You know what I'm talking about? A few pints in this mofo. You know what I'm talking about? And enjoy the fights. You know what I'm saying? We out the Apex. We on the road. We overseas. Holla at me. You know what I'm talking about? It's going to be a fun deal. You know, we got Molly McCann going to run out there. You know what I'm saying? She going to hype up the fans. I think she going to take a L, but she going to hype up the fans. You know what I'm talking about? Patty will definitely probably be in the building. He ain't fighting, but Patty going to be in the building doing the little Patty dance. You know what I'm talking about? It should be very interesting. So we're going to check it out. Hopefully, this will be a card that the O2 fans will be hyped for. So we will see. You know what I'm saying? I should say the London fans. Nevertheless, check it out with your boy. Please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know you're picking the main and the co-main event, because your boy is betting. Your boy is betting. DraftKings, holla at me. But also, word around the town, word around the street. Your boy Matt might be on Prize Picks. Your boy Matt might be on Prize Picks. That's a might, but let me give you a guarantee. Your boy Matt is on DraftKings, and your boy Matt is on Underdog Fantasy. Any of y'all, holla at me. We out here trying to make some money. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, please like, subscribe, comment. I already said that. Let me know what you think. And I do want to thank you guys once again for joining me for an episode of Matter of Fact MMA. And I check you next time. Peace.